When you're adding text to your document, there's a couple of things that you can do to make sure that your text looks professional. Okay, the first is to make sure that you have a good size on your font. Okay, if you need to change your font, you can highlight your text and then either change it using the pop-up screen here or by heading back up to the top of the screen. A 14 size font is a good size font for your purposes here at the middle school level. You really don't need anything more than a 14 size font on most writing samples. You can also change the font style up here at the top. You could have also changed it there on that pop-up screen. You can also change the spacing because sometimes having a 2-point space makes it easier to read your document. So I usually like a 1.5 personally, but you can also change it to 2.0. But that's how you change the font. It just makes it a little easier to read, so that way your words aren't super close together. All right, now when you're reading, revising your writing, sometimes you find that your sentences need to be moved around a bit in order to make it easier to read. Okay, I've got an example here. So bees are amazing creatures. The female bees are the ones who fly outside the hive to collect pollen and nectar. They are also the ones who make the honey inside the hive. The queen bee is the only bee who can have babies. Bees help to pollinate the plants. Okay, that last sentence really would work better if I moved it up here earlier into the sentence. Well, I don't really need to delete the sentence and retype it. Okay, that would be a waste of energy and a waste of technology. So I can highlight that sentence. Now I can use either the right click button here to then give me the cut option, okay, or I can use the Control X button, which will also cut that from my text. And then I can go back up here, then using the left click and putting my cursor there, and I can either click Control V, which will paste it, or then use my right click on the mouse and then also can control there. I can keep the source formatting, I can merge formatting, which is what I'm going to do. And then I can just fit that in. Bees help pollinate the plants. Now I've edited my document to make it read easier. Okay, cutting and pasting can be done within that document using either, again, that right click button or using the shortcut tools. Okay, Control C will copy what you've highlighted. Control X will cut what you've highlighted, and Control V will paste what you've highlighted. There's one more thing that you can do to change what you're writing, and that's to change the alignment. Now, if you notice up here, my title, which I'm going to change the size because your title should look a little bigger, is in the middle. Okay, and title should be in the middle. And that way I've changed my alignment to center. But now when I go back to write my paragraphs, your paragraphs more than likely will not be in the middle of your writing. So then you've got to change that alignment back to left. Okay, align left. And that way it takes up the entire width of the page versus just the middle. Those are just a couple things that you can do within the Word document. I definitely recommend that you just kind of hover on some of these little shortcut buttons and to see what they do. Changing your font color, bullet points. You've got text effects over here. Seeing what they do allows you to use these shortcut buttons, but a lot of these other options can also be found within your insert buttons as well. So as you're typing, check some of those items out by using that hover. And if you can't find what you want within those buttons, then go here to the help. And you can always click on that and then click on help, and it will allow you to type in your question, and then it'll show you where that option is within that navigation bar.